Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome back to Doomlink's Live Hunts. Those of you wondering why my previous recording for Live Hunts did not go up on YouTube, it's because I'm going to re-record that part in the series. It's not going to be archived. It'll still be on Twitch until such time that it disappears or whatever, but yeah, I just didn't really feel like archiving that particular one. Now, there's something going on in 3 Ultimate right now that is only cause for concern because it wouldn't be outside the realms of possibility, and I'm being very vague right now, and I will get to what I want to talk about regarding 3 Ultimate in a moment, but I just need to first and foremost get my laptop organized. I didn't really consider the fact that my laptop was shitting itself, but yeah, I'm gonna have to turn it off and turn it back on. It kind of froze as it was trying to launch the desktop, so yeah, I'm gonna have to do that again. Also, today, I finally... oh god, it's still frozen. Okay, it has to be properly shut down. Anyway, what I was going to say was I've actually got my weapon type selector that I use with wheel decide. It's basically a roulette that spins. I use it for joke weapon roulette, and I have used it in the past to select a weapon type that I could use for a hunt, and I'm going to be doing that today. I have been wanting to do that for about a month now, and I've just continuously forgotten to set that up, but this time I remembered just before clicking the button to go live. I realised, oh yeah, that's probably something that would be nice to set up, so I went and set it up, and so now we do have a roulette here that can be visible and will be spun when I'm ready to select a weapon. So, yeah, I'll have to check... no, I can't really check Twitch right now because I have that wheel. That's really annoying. I'll just have to wait for my laptop. Those of you who are currently watching on Twitch, sorry that I cannot say hello to you at this time, but yeah, my laptop's shooting itself and my PC, well, you know, I'll be able to see your chat soon, but for now, I might actually get into the subject that I was wanting to touch on regarding 3 Ultimate. So, when I woke up this morning, my friend Autonomic and Viewer said, my internet's fine, but I can't connect to the online of Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, and I don't know why. And I thought it probably just is something to do with his game, I don't know. But I thought I'd better check for myself, and I went on to 3 Ultimate and tried to connect to the online, and I got an error code. That's the first time in a very long time I've tried to connect to the 3 Ultimate online and received an error code. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean the servers have been shut down. That does not necessarily mean that, for the reason that I think servers, just by nature, can sometimes go down and will come back up. You know, they can't, and whether it's for some sort of maintenance that's not necessarily related to the game, or something else. I don't know all that much about how those servers work, but it would make sense that they can't always be up forever. You know, they do have to come down for short periods of time and then go back up. But the reason why this is a concern is because, and what I really wanted to talk about here, I realized when I thought about it that the possibility of Capcom just shutting down those servers without warning, it's very much a possibility, and could very easily happen exactly that way. Just without warning, the servers will go off. What I wanted to say, so I guess I'm addressing Capcom at this point, what I wanted to say was, that's not okay. If those servers are going to go down, we need to know about it before that happens. And I will tell you why. It's not just for some kind of peace of mind, it's not just to give the servers a proper goodbye when they go. There's a more important reason why. People such as Autonomic, who literally just bought a Wii U and the game, did so, or at the very least were incentivized to do so, by the fact that the servers were still up. There are people who are doing that. He's not just one person in the world, there are people who are still getting this game and playing it as beginners. And a big part of that is, or a big part of the reason why they still do that is because there is an online service that they can still use. So it's very important that Capcom makes it clear to people that the servers are going to shut down if they do shut down at some point. Now again, I don't think there's a very high chance that that's what's happened here. It's probably just, you know, the servers are not available right now and they'll be available again soon. But it's a frightening thought that it could happen, that the servers would just, without warning, shut down. So, yes, it is taking this long for my laptop to organize itself. It, of course, unsurprisingly, I mean, the laptop's shit, but unsurprisingly, it is related to Windows 10. It's trying to do some update crap, and it's just, you know. This laptop can barely support probably the original version of Windows 10 at this point, much less the latest one, which will only slow it down further. It's just, the hardware is shit. No, I do not want to finish setting up my device, thank you. Just fucking leave me alone. Okay. Looks like we've finally hit the desktop, my god. And then I'll be able to read everything that you guys have said. I'll have to play catch up with the chat, and I apologize for not saying anything to you specifically, because I haven't read what you've said. But yeah, we will have... I don't think those servers will be up forever. They can't be. I mean, they will go down eventually, even if Capcom is making all this money from 5th gen. For what reason would they try to cater to us? I don't know, but it's almost a miracle that the servers are still up, because again, I've said this before, I think the first year when people were talking about the servers going down was like 2016, 2017. We pretty much expected the servers to go down in 2017, and it didn't happen, and everyone was like, okay. There was never any mention of them staying up or even being taken down. There's just, you know, no word, just didn't happen. But then in 2018 we were like, okay, we didn't get them shut down in 2017, but it's definitely going to happen in 2018 because Monster Hunter World is coming out. So that's it. It was a good run, guys, but it's over now. It wasn't. Then it went into 2019, and then 2020, and here we are in 2021, and for all I know, the servers are still up, or for all I hope and pray, the servers are still up. So, now that I think about it, I won't be able to play catch-up on the chat with my laptop, because it doesn't... It's not like YouTube. YouTube will... does YouTube show that? Anyway, I'll have to check my PC for that. So let me do that. Oh. Okay, well that's great to hear. It seems that Vernon tried to go online in 3 Ultimate, and he was able to get in just fine. Now, that does not necessarily mean that the conversation I just had is unimportant. It's a very important conversation to have, because it very well could happen that on the day the servers go down, it will not be warned of. It will just happen, and that would be very, very annoying. So I really wouldn't want to do that. Ready for some hunts in Generations Ultimate? Alrighty. And again, I do have my wheel this time, so we'll be able to randomly select the weapon that we use. What were we talking about, Exio? I'll give you a very brief overview. I was basically talking about the possibility... Oh look, Beta's playing at the moment. I guess we could join Beta, yeah. No turns, no Mantis, just purely joining on her. What I was talking about was the prospect of the 3U servers being shut down without warning. And I was saying that that cannot happen for a number of reasons, but the primary reason is because a lot of people are still getting Wii U's and playing the game right now because the servers are still up. So people need to know. Beta's like, oh cool, hi. And Vernon got in, which is good. I was kind of concerned that maybe he wouldn't get in, but yeah. It's not a turns room, guys. Yes, I'm live, Beta. Yeah. Anyway. See, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking Beta wasn't watching me live and was just playing, and so I thought it would be funny if I joined. I mean, why wouldn't I? It's one of the ideal rooms to join. there was space for myself and Vernon, and we'd probably just end up doing Beta's quest anyway, so let's do it. Yeah, I mean, I would be very disappointed if the 3 Ultimate server shut down. Very disappointed. But I wouldn't be allowed to be angry at Capcom, because again, I was expecting them to go 4 years ago. So, like, expecting. But they didn't. So, everything that we have now is just, I suppose, a privilege and something that we'll just have to accept when it goes. So again, my concern with Capcom is not that it will be shut down. It's the possibility that we might not know about it ahead of time, which is a frightening thought. Anyway, we've got Gravios here. Let's go and select a weapon that we might use. Or a weapon that we will use. Heavy bowgun. Now, the funny thing is that I already have heavy bowgun equipped, but I was testing the sound for it before going live, and I spun the wheel and it also hit on heavy bowgun, so apparently the Monster Hunter gods really want me to use heavy bowgun right now. And you know what, that's brilliant, because heavy bowgun is my typical weapon of choice going up against Gravios anyway, so thanks, wheel. I certainly wouldn't want to use something else entirely, like something like a sword and shield or something on Gravios. You know, it's not first gen. The only time you'd want to use sword and shield on a Gravios would be in first gen or something. But although I was playing Freedom Unite live before with Beta actually, and a guy was using the Melinx tool, which is probably all right, but yeah. Yeah, that's right, Exio. And the biggest point is it's not just, I mean, definitely there is a factor at work, a factor at play that relates to us being able to say goodbye to the servers properly. But it's very important for people to know before they go and buy a fucking Wii U and the game that the servers are going to go down. So, yeah. I don't think I've purchased ammunition, but if I cancel the my readying up, I might be left behind. So, let's see what we've got in the inventory. I don't think I have PS3. I think I've got a bit of PS2 and all PS1, something like that. Let's see. Oh no, that's actually quite good. Not too bad at all. Gravios is going to start in the northernmost area. That's where he's always started, in this locale. Well, I'm glad the servers were only unavailable for a short time. I was actually intending on recording 3 Ultimate today, but I wasn't able to get onto the servers myself, so I'm here in Generations Ultimate, but that's alright. Did they change his starting point? Oh, they changed his starting point. Well, okay. I saw that, or at least I thought I saw that, Barechi was in combat here in Area 8, which would have been in line with his starting point in the old games in 2nd Gen. And I think, no, this map was not in 4th Gen. Excuse me, it was not in 4 Ultimate. But it seems they have gone and put him here now. And I do seem to recall that. So, the reason why I have some PS2 consumed is because I was doing Charm Farm runs last time I was playing this game. Which was a surprise to me, to see that there were actually people still doing that properly, not the stupid Blade Master runs that are very unoptimized. That was intended to be a roll to the left, not further away again. Quite an ideal weapon selection by the wheel, I must say. But yeah, I was going to do 3 Ultimate, but Generations Ultimate's quite fine. I'll probably do a wheel for 3 Ultimate as well. It'll have to be a different wheel to the one I'm using right now, because of course this includes weapon types such as Charge Blade and Insect Glaive. So that will have to be amended a little bit for 3 Ultimate. Oh no, he's going to swing his tail. Well, look, I've said this before, I wasn't always a fan of Charge Blade, but I've got an appreciation for it now, such that I realise that Switch Axe should probably go in the bin, because Charge Blade is effectively a replacement for it, at least in my eyes. That looked like either a sleeping animation or a dying animation. Something about what I just saw there. But it was neither, it was just him probably doing a roll animation. Which is fine. You are mostly a Switch Axe player among weapons such as Charge Blade and Greatsword. Well, don't know why you'd... Well, I suppose if you use Switch Axe but not Longsword, then yeah, that makes sense. Because what I've always said, or at least what I've said recently, is that Switch Axe and Longsword sort of achieve the same thing. Very basic weapons that you just swing at the monster and try to evade. Yes, technically, Longsword is not a morph weapon, but I think Longsword's more enjoyable, honestly. At least it's got the mobility of Fade Slash. Even though this guy's hyper, I don't think he's going to last for very long. Oh, is that going to hit me? No. I think they've changed the... I don't really know how to describe it, I guess... the effect time, something like that, of the beam, basically in first and second generation. Well, particularly second generation, actually, because there was no horizontal swinging beam in first gen. But basically, when he begins the beam on his left side, in second gen, it's not immediately effective. Like, there is a delay of about half a second to a second, where that beam is not going to deal damage to you. The danger is being on Gravios's right side. That's the danger, because that has quite a wide arc and will be in full effect by the time it reaches that side. But if you're on Gravios's left side, there's a little bit more leniency there in the older games. But I think that's been changed here. I think the fire beam is immediately effective, which I suppose is alright. I can live with that. That's a problem. Now, I didn't just stand there and take that. I did press the B button to roll that, but it was slightly too late. So as a result, it looked like I just stood there and took it. That was not my strategy. But good to know that's a one-shot. In fact, that would make sense. It is hyper, isn't it? Main objective complete. Is that a capture or a kill? Let's find out. Actually, it would have said 20 seconds to return to the port or whatever they say. But I didn't see what it said. That is a sleeping Gravios. Look at the size of his sleeping bubbles. They're gigantic. You could pretty much fit your head in it and promptly drown inside a bubble. If that's... no, that's not really how that works. Depends on how thick the bubbles are. Alright. So, not sure what our next hunt will be, but I'll probably wait to see what the next hunt is before spinning the wheel, because then I'll know immediately whether the choice that the wheel has decided, or the choice that the wheel has made, is good or bad. If I don't know what I'm going to hunt, I won't know immediately if it's a bad choice or not. So, that's not to say that I would re-roll it. I'm just saying I'd like to know immediately. Fine with whatever. Which is to say, you can keep posting Beta. Fine with whatever. Don't know why Beta just doesn't want to tune in live right now. yeah, would make communication slightly easier. What are our uses? Oh, we passed the 500 mark for Greatsword, looks like. And second to that, we have Lightbow Gun at 389, followed by Heavy Bowgun. And then quite considerably below Heavy Bowgun, we have Dual Blades. I'm surprised Dual Blades is my 4th most used. How did that happen? Longsword used to be higher, but yeah. Seems my least used is Switch Axe. Thank God for that. That actually accurately represents my feelings about Switch Axe. The pinnacle of terror. Well, that might be a bit dramatic. It's just a fucking Raytheon. What do we got? Charge Blade is what we got. Well, thank you very much, Takashi. Weren't you the one who subscribed 7 months in advance or something like that? 6 or 7 months in advance, and you're subscribing again? Well, thank you very much. I don't know how all that works really, but 6 months, yeah. Jeez. So yes, Charge Blade. I don't have to make my own decision anymore. I've got a wheel making the decisions for me. So yeah, let's go Dragon, it works out well. The Sealed Dragon Veil is actually, well, I said that this Charge Blade wasn't heavily focused on element, but it kind of is, isn't it? Lower raw, higher element. Well, whatever. It's still not quite as extreme as the Greatsword, so that's what I was comparing to. I mean, I'm referring to something that I was talking about, like, many days ago, but oftentimes I'll talk about things while live, and then I'll be playing Monster Hunter in my own time, and then I realize, oh, well, actually, I was wrong. That happens quite a lot, actually. So, you know, take everything I say with at least a little bit of a pinch of salt, because I can be wrong. And what is my defense with this? 884. Well, that's nice. Borechi seems pretty eager to get going. He's using the Astalos Greatsword. I actually made that in Generations, but not very far. I think I got it to maybe the second to last upgrade or something like that. In high rank. Hey, Beta. Alright. Good place to spawn. Getting a tail swing right in the face. So the way I usually do it is I get charged up in the red for my files before I want to reload them. It's just a little cleaner. In other words, stay in sword mode while you're in it and get all the benefits of it. Might be a little more efficient, I don't know. I don't know how other people use Charge Blade. I use it in a very lazy way, because I don't make use of guard points, but I'm an old fogey for Charge Blade. Because I didn't actually use it until this game, like I refused to use it in 4. Well, I didn't refuse to use it in 4 Ultimate, it's not really true. I think I got about 50 uses on it, but that was during one specific time when I was playing, and that was with one Charge Blade, which was the Gold Raytheon Charge Blade. It's the only one I made. And I didn't play it in World, But in this game I said to myself, alright, it's time. You're actually going to do Charge Blade and you're going to learn how to use it at least reasonably well. So, that's what's happening here. I don't know, I wasn't a fan of Charge Blade, I felt that it was a bit unnecessary. Like it didn't need to exist. But when I really gave it a chance, I realized that it's actually just a better Switch Axe in every way. It's not super similar to Switch Axe, but it is the counterpart weapon to Switch Axe, so that makes it comparable in that sense. But it's especially just a more inspired weapon design. I'm not really in a good position for hitting this hand. Hi, Hosin. Potion up. Oh, I thought I'd be out of range. I nearly got farted on. Maybe it was a good thing that I ran away after all. Maybe my instincts told me that I was about to be farted on by a pink monkey. Somewhere in my subconscious, that's what I was afraid of. I'm going to use this last file because I do have Ripper Shield. Oh, that's terrible timing. Could not have been worse timing for Ripper Shield. Oh well. Good flash bomb. Very clean. Oh, come on. Why didn't you follow up? It's like I'm playing Lost Night of Freedom 1. It's not accepting my button inputs. Hold on. Actually, let's not do that. No, while she's down, I'll drop some files on her face. Oh, that's very good. I do love a tail cut into a trap. That's one of the cleanest ways to trap a monster. Just lovely. And I'm actually going to Ripper Shield this. This is better timing for Ripper Shield. There you go. That's very good. Tail cut into trap, and then mount out of trap. That's very, very good. And I might Energy Blade the face. In fact, Energy Blade 3 is something that I recently acquired. I was usually running Energy Blade 2. That's gotta hurt, surely. This Raytheon is being absolutely demolished right now. The only reason why she's still alive is because she's a Hyper. Which really does make it clear how strong Hyper monsters are. They can take a real beating, and she took a beating right there. It was good. Okay. Oh, I didn't carve the... oh, let's carve the tail. Let's just do it. I might get a mantle. That'll be my 8th or something like that. And we've got a shiny as well. You know, I don't do these things because I need materials. I do this because I love to just accumulate monster stuff. That's my endgame. Don't know what Berichi means by saying burn my cosmos. I mean, no doubt it's a reference, but... I should put, like, super obscure anime references in my... my shouts. No, I wouldn't even do that. Because I don't want auto shouts or anything like that. Because I think they're very silly. Good hunt, though. Raytheon Weave. I've stolen her haircut. Anyway. Real funny, Doomlink. I will actually delete that or discard that now. What have you been doing Adulkar for, Beta? I try to avoid grinding Adulkar. I've never had a reason to accept to acquire those... it's iridescent carapace, yeah. So iridescent carapace is needed for weapons that are totally unrelated to Adulkar. And possibly armor as well. And that's what I've needed to hunt Adulkar for. All those iridescent carapaces. And they're like a 10% drop or something like that. So oftentimes you can do a hunt and not get it. Sometimes you can do 2 or 3 hunts and not get it. At least with my luck. So... well, the weapons are... I don't like the weapons either. The armor is a bit gross, but the weapons are not my thing. I ended up making the armor, but not the weapons. I didn't make the armor until... it was like the last armor set slot to be populated. So it was kind of my last armor set in the game, my Adelcast set. It was basically an alternative version to my Greatsword set, because I really wanted Critical Draw, but I didn't have that on my Greatsword set, so I made an alternative that had Critical Draw. And that could only be achieved with the talismans that I had with the Adelcast set. What's our next hunt, Beta? I'll probably eat. Because I have a feeling I'll be aiming to get Exchanger. First food I checked. You can tell that I usually don't care for elemental resistance boosts with my food. I chase what the chef is fired up to make. And even if the chef is fired up to make like all of the food in one category, I still don't really select an element that would be good to have my resistance boosted for. So, yeah, I've just never really cared for it. Snow Baron. Yeah, happy to do that. I'm happy to do Deviants as long as they're not high rank. If they started in high rank, that's fine. I just don't want to have to do the high rank ones. Let's see what weapon we are given today. Well, this time, I should say. Dual Blades is a good choice. My phone made a weird ass noise. So dual blades, and then I'm guessing fire, yeah. Fire dual blades. Wyvern Harmony. See, I probably wouldn't have thought to use dual blades, to be honest with you. So I'm leaving it to the wheel. What are you doing, Vern? Yeah, the roulette has made a return. As I said, I've been meaning to get it organised for the regular stream, but I keep on forgetting to do it, and then by the time I'm live, I don't want to set it up while live, so... You DC'd. Beta must have kicked you. Well, hopefully you can get connected again soon. Because I'd say this is a pretty good looking room for anyone who might be interested in joining. Just a room. Barechi, I think, has transmogged the full Ukanlo set. No, he's actually just using it. Interesting. Full Ukanlos. Huntering 366. Polar Hunter. And Partbreaker is the skill that he got with the talisman. It's not a bad set, but it's pretty basic. Well, it's not a big deal. I was just not expecting it to be actually the full set that he was using. Thought it was transmogged. How many people do we have going dual blades? Oh, yeah, it is a dual blades party. Vernon's the only one ruining it. Oh god. I didn't actually see what Vernon used, but I feel like I know his loadouts pretty well. I'm guessing if he's using Greatsword, it's Blunt Greatsword. Hey, Blue Barn. It's not blunt? Huh. There you go. Colour me shocked. That's good. As far as... Oh, I see. So whoever is at the top there was paintballed and then they're fighting a different one. Who's probably Snow Baron. I think this would be... No, this is Barrioth. Okay. And I will paintball this one too. This will be a fun hunt anyway. A little different to what I'm used to. Haven't done Snow Baron very much. I've hunted him, but not really his quests, so this is rather new. Try to roll that one, or evade that one. Barachi is now making Yu-Gi-Oh references. What? It's not even funny. Trap card Kaiba. Like, okay. Oh dear. Dancing over this trap. And Vernon's basically soloing the thing right now. Straight into the trap, thank you very much. I'll start with this wing here. Now I don't think the wing can actually break visually while in the trap. I don't know why they do this. Doesn't make any fucking sense to me. But that should have broken, yeah. See? It waits until after the trap to break. Now, that's something that I would have accepted in 3rd gen. But in 4th gen, that's a bit stupid. So maybe it is by design, like purely something they expected to do. I mean, it's annoying because you end up spending too much time on something that's going to break anyway, but fortunately I made the right call and assumed it was probably broken already. So, there you go. Now that's broken. Now for the tail. Barachi is the anime name. Oh, now that I think about it, there is actually a guy called the Anime Man. Don't think he took much time to think up that name now, did he? The Anime Man. I suppose it's alright if you become the definitive guy who makes anime stuff on YouTube, but I don't think he is. I don't think he only does anime stuff. Anyway. He's from Australia, isn't he? I think his name's Joey. Seem to recall him, yeah. I should know about my fellow Australians. Ah! This is a big fucking look. I mean, look at the size of him. I'm assuming Snow Baron's just larger, but God, he's a titan. Look at him. If this were a regular Lagombi, well, you wouldn't get a gold crown large Lagombi that would be this big. There's no way in hell. He's just he's a bloody giant. But I'm assuming that even for Snow Baron, that's probably normal size. Whoa! Now it's worth mentioning that that effect that we just saw is the Lagombi snowball effect. Basically, the snowball gets larger and larger as it continues to roll and pick up more snow. But I haven't really noticed that effect here in this game. It probably is present, but I noticed it most in 3 Ultimate. Maybe I'll just solo Lagombi here, honestly. I, for some reason, couldn't be bothered chasing after that bloody Barrioth. So I think I'll just fight Mr. Lagombi here. You get a rare look into Doomlink soloing a monster, which he doesn't seem to do on camera all that often. Soloing monsters is always a very different process to hunting online. Very different process, because you are the sole target, you see. Why was that? Why am I taking almost no damage from that? I can't believe he summons a snowball that fucking large, and that is an annoying width to that attack. You do have a follow-up. Well, you would, wouldn't you? Not really giving me too many opportunities there, Lagombi. I think I will sharpen up. You get away from me. Been able to roll through the hitbox a few times now, which is good. I'm always happy to get that final hit off. It feels like really good damage. Is he gonna... No, he's not gonna jump in. I find that to be a really funny attack. There's something very clumsy looking about it. You can see that the Gombi's ears are more rounded in shape. In Snow Baron form. Let's see if this breaks the head. Or the ears, whatever you'd call it. Yep. I had best get Wolf's Maw organised. Now would be the time, come on. Get it, get it, get it. Alright. No, do your fucking demonized mode. I was supposed to be in demonized mode and immediately demon dancing the face. That did not happen. The irony that I have Wolf's Maw 3 but not Bloodwind 3. Oh, this is such a good time for Bloodwind, look at this. I could not have done more damage while pursuing him there. That was quite perfect. Look at us. All going Wolf's Maw. And that is a dead Snow Baron. I almost feel sorry for it. It definitely got beaten on. Well, I think we would have been able to kick it to death as a team by the time it arrived in this area. But would that have been worth it? No. I don't think so. Oh dear. I also love that Takashi's comment for resubbing was just, hey you dink. Nothing wrong with that. What else would you say, really? I'm a shivering demon man. Don't know if you saw that. Look at this. I'm a shivering demon man. There's something really funny about that. There's a disconnect between my animation and my visual appearance. See, demon men can get cold as well. He's just shivering. He needs a coat. This isn't going to be a long recording, by the way. This will be about a 2 hour. Just for your information. In fact, I will make sure my chroma key is acceptable. Because, as usual, I mean, it doesn't matter what time of the day I start recording. It can be earlier on, it can be later on. I will start recording in low light, and as the recording progresses, I'll get so much more light to work with. It's been that way for the last 2 weeks. Just without fail, I'll start in low light, and it'll get way brighter. Like the rest of the recording. It's very odd. Snow Baron G4. Well... okay, we can do one more Snow Baron, but I just don't want to do the same monster all the time. That's the reason why I don't really have many EX deviants myself. It's because I hate having to do the same monster over and over again. Oh, whoops. I did not bring it up. There you go. Heavy bowgun. You could hear it, but you couldn't see it. But at least you saw it in the end. Heavy bowgun. As far as what I'll use, could use heavy normal. Let's do that. Dual blade team this time. Right. I'm not going to go so far as to fight the same monster and use the same weapon. That would be, like, the most boring thing I could do. Alright, looking for exchange. So this is a 1 feint, I'm guessing. So someone's gonna have to eat for insurance. If no one can eat for insurance, let me know and I'll probably eat for it. But... Barenchi left the hub. Yeah, he didn't want to do the same monster twice. I know the feeling. Alright, so Beta's got insurance, so I can go and eat for Exchanger. Or Moxie if I can't find Exchanger. It's not looking hopeful, is it? No. Alright, Moxie it is. Probably defense up large and Moxie if I can manage it. There we go. And I'll get Kickboxer as well, that'll be very helpful. Can just kick the Lagombi to death. Why not? And this time I definitely need to bring ammo. Not that I'll need Pierce, but... Get some normal. And I will bring combination materials for normal. Because... Don't do that. Don't get exactly 1. That would be silly. I'll actually lower the brightness of my room light. Thank you, Burn Blue Barn. The Crimson Fatalis heavy bowgun sort of disappeared from the world for a little while. It wasn't really used in 2nd gen, and obviously it didn't exist in 3rd. It was very much an ideal bowgun to use in 1st gen, and became ideal once more in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. And I used it in 4 Ultimate as my Pierce gun, while everyone else was using the Gravios Giga Cannon, or Geiger Cannon, which did less damage, honestly. There we go. Just nice filtered light. Which hyper gives Hyper Catalyst Plus? Can't remember now. Cannot help you. Yeah, I'm happy to do Hyper Brachydios next. If that's who we're going to get it from. Carter with a very creative set. Not too bad on the skills, although it seems that no one's seen it. I was about to say that twice. It seems that no one bothers to have raw resistance with the greatsword anymore, because they can counter raws apparently, which they can't actually. They can technically, but not with the consistency that raw resistance would be able to give you. For the reason that if you're in the middle of charging your attack, or if there are a lot of situations where you can't just counter whenever you want with Valor, so that's the point. Sure, it's viable, but it just doesn't work for me. I'm not a Valor player anyway, but this is very annoying that we all started here. And the reason why is because this is the snowy mountains. We have to go all the way to the top. It's not as long of a journey here as it was in the past, but just by virtue of the fact that we can move much faster. But it's still a bit of a journey. Still a bit of a journey. The best way to spin yourself out is to play Freedom Unite a lot. And I mean a lot. And go through the snowy mountains a lot. Just become really used to the process, and then come into this game and take the route to the top. It sort of blows your mind because you can climb so damn fast. I guess Snow Baron starts in 8. Hey Arexion. I'm doing well. Probably should have aimed to get Sharpshooter. Or whatever. He's not being incredibly cooperative. Oh, Beta just took that shot. Now I will be going for the weak point for the most part, but you'll see that some shots I take will not be on weak points, just because I look for good DPS as well. Oh, that's beautiful. Just lovely. If this Blanco starts taking my fucking hits, I'm gonna get really annoyed. He died pretty quickly, fortunately. I don't even know much about Void Piercer, to be completely honest, Burn. I don't use heavy bowgun shields either in this game, so because they're not all that good. But yeah, can't really help you. Oh dear, did you see that fucking curvature to that attack? I rolled into it. That's awful. Yeah, well, Void Piercer, despite the fact that I do have it equipped, I never use it because it doesn't do anything for me. You have to get so damn close to the monster to get it off, and I don't even know what kind of damage it does. It's just weird. It's a weird hunter art. I mean, it might be perfectly fine, but there's something very strange about it, and I don't appreciate it. It's kind of funny when you're gunning and you aim up to the head, because he looks like this giant, fat creature. Not necessarily from that range, but if you're close range, then yeah, it's kind of... He looks like this epic thing. Oh my god, you know, the width of that. That's just stupid. He threw it off the cliff. And that's one thing that also changed with Evade Extender. In Generations, I believe they changed this. They made it so that you get the effects of Constitution. Now previously, Constitution would... One of the effects of Constitution, I'm assuming it was +1 and +2, was that you would be able to dive a greater distance, while Evade Extender in the past specifically affected rolls, and only rolls. But now they've changed Evade Extender to allow you to dive a greater distance as well. So it wasn't always like that, and I don't know what that means for Constitution. I don't know if they've removed Constitution altogether, or if they've given an additional skill, or it's just less of a skill now. I don't know, but yeah, they've changed that a bit. It makes sense though. I don't really have a problem with it. Makes Evade Extender even better. Everyone's just sort of standing around. Lost little one. Look at that dirty recoil. I love looking at the flames that come out of the barrel, which I'd love to demonstrate. There you go. Looks like dragon fire. I can tell then. Oh dear. I'll have to be dragged kicking and screaming by the feet. Well, Evade Extender with heavy bowgun, in my opinion, is very important. Unless you do use a shield, yeah. But if you don't use a shield, Evade Extender is the way to go. And it's not just about staying safer, it's about increasing your DPS. The less time you spend evading, the more time you can hit the monster. And needless to say, not getting hit also is going to be good for your DPS, so... I am a huge proponent of the use of evade extender. Yeah, hyperbrachy. Assuming, has anyone actually confirmed that it drops from hyperbrachy Dios? Because it would be annoying to do hyperbrachy Dios and then not get any of those hypercatalyst plus. Look what I got. Good old hunting horn. Which I've been wanting to do more of anyway. So that's fine. Alright, hunting horn. I've only got one set for it, Doomlink. Get your brain in gear. No, not ice. We want water, thank you. The twin shell castanet. Which they absolutely just ruined. They profaned it by changing the name from Click Clack to Twin Shell Castanet. I mean, what were they thinking? It's Click Clack, I'll have you know. I feel like Twin Shell Castanet was one of the upgrade names in Freedom Unite, but it should be Click Clack. You've basically just ruined it. My weapon roulette is not new to the channel, but I've only used it a little bit in the Live Hunt series. It was first used in Joke Weapon Roulette, which is a series that I haven't really added to recently. It's basically where I have a roulette that selects different joke weapons that I can use in this game specifically. So, it's not too bad of a series, but yeah, I've been meaning to get the roulette happening for live hunts as well, just so that I don't have to think about what weapon type I want to use. It's nice to have it selected for me, you know. And it seems cleaner than a vote system through you guys, although you'd probably prefer that, but it's a bit clunky, so I'd rather just have it be purely up to chance. Let's go with attack up, and sure, carbohydrate, I don't care. Just felt like I wanted to attack up there. Alright, confirming the songs, cool. Oh no. Yeah, the Gargwa armor. Well, it wasn't really Gargwa armor, it was just the head was a Gargwa head. I mean, there are a lot of really weird armor sets you can make in this game. I sort of chose a bit of a boring one. The funniest is the cat suit and the Bullfango head. That's the funniest one. And I probably should change to that at some point. But at the moment I have that black gimp suit looking thing with, it's called the Criminal set, and the Gargwa head. Now, what are we hunting? Hyperbrachydio, so I want to go this way. To Area 5. It's a, the Criminal set is a reference to Detective Conan. Although I never watched Detective Conan because I've always thought the art style was actually truly revolting. Basically everything wrong with the 90s. But anyway, that's a different story for a different day. Oh, I got the song wrong. Did I flip the... I must have flipped the notes. Yeah, I flipped the notes. As in the two in the middle are backwards. Oh, sorry. Just make up for it, man. Get to playing. Why did I do that? Now I'm just being dumb. Like, why did I play the red note? That's not the song that I wanted, but we'll... Whatever this is, I'll play it. I think it's like... Max health plus 50, great. I mean, if that was going to be helpful to anyone. Alright, let's try that again. We're actually going to play the fucking song this time. This is what happens when I get distracted by attacking the monster. Alright, hopefully I can get both of these out. No, don't hit me. Let me play my music. And now we'll go for defense up. That's right, I was meaning to check to see if there was a setting in the game. Someone suggested that there was a setting that would allow me to have the songs appear in the center of the screen. I hate it when he does that run around attack. It's really dumb when you can see him do it the whole time. But if you're standing in the right place, you actually lose sight of him for a while, and it's very off-putting. So depending on where you're standing in relation to the monster, that can be either very stupid looking or quite frightening. So, but yeah, I will really try to remember to check through my game options to see if I can change the position of where the hunting horn songs appear. The reason why I don't like this position is not just because I have a preference for the old way, which I do. It's especially because I'm covering part of it on the left side, so... I'll probably have to renew attack up shortly. I may as well do that. Because you can top up the song, basically. Reset the time on it. Which I will do. So that resets the time. Horn Maestro just really isn't that significant of a boost. It's probably by like a minute or something like that. Yeah, the map does look very nice in Generations, I agree. There's a certain... I actually like the colours of this area. Very... rather than just blue, there's a bit of green to it. It's more colourful here, in this area, than it was in Tri and 3 Ultimate. In Tri, it just looked like nothing, because everything was so washed out in Tri, but... I mean, I didn't mind the graphics of Tri at the time. I was quite blown away by them, because it was a new generation of Monster Hunter. But god, looking back, pretty rough. Not graphics necessarily, but rather the colours that were used. Not all that good. The craziest thing though, is that in terms of texture resolutions, Tri was the highest resolution Monster Hunter game until Monster Hunter World came out. Which is crazy, but that's how it was. Because the textures themselves were quite high res. And everything after that has been lower resolution. Even if the game itself is running at a higher resolution. So for example, you'll be able to look at a weapon that originated in Tri, and the weapon's going to look a lot nicer in Tri compared to all the other games prior to World. Because for some reason they just didn't want to have the fucking texture at that resolution for the other games. Now they could have done it for 3 Ultimate, but they didn't. So what the fuck's the deal with that? It's because it was a lazy port. 3 Ultimate to the Wii U. I've forgotten about my songs, clearly. Let's work on that, shall we? Good timing, actually, because we're about to have a mount. And this is why I have high-grade earplugs on my hunting horn set. And I'll get defense up while I'm here. Although I am tempted to use Sonic Smash. Oh, very good. Beta and I, no doubt, working on that KO. Very nicely done, guys. I was a little lax on my playing towards the end there, but you only would have been without the song for a minute or two. Oh, maybe a minute. Yeah, you can download the higher resolution textures for the PSP games. But you don't want super weird looking textures. Sometimes you see people completely change their heads-up display, and I've seen some really gross looking fucking textures for people playing Freedom Unite that just totally change the way the online hall looks, and it's really weird. It's not nice. It's a moofer! Hey! Haven't seen you in a while. It's not every day you see a moofer just walking on through. What's wrong with you? I don't know if you were attacking me or the moofer. It's eating. So cute. You know what makes me really sad? That they actually make you kill moofers in this game. I mean, what's wrong with Capcom? Sick bastards. Making us kill moofers for their horns or their fur, or wool I should say. But that's what's happened. There is a quest to kill moofers in this game. Which is disgusting. Yeah, moofers do not often appear. I think they only appear in the deserted island, and only in specific quests. They are not the sort of monsters, well, it just feels wrong to call them monsters, doesn't it? They fall under the category of small monster, but they're not really monsters, they're far from it. But, yeah, they don't appear all that often. And that's a good thing, because I wouldn't want to see them getting killed. Alright, let's go and select a weapon for Elatrion, because apparently that's our next time. I'm sorry guys, I'm going to re-roll this, because technically this is the third time I've rolled this. I think third time. Because I rolled it again off camera and it hit on heavy bowgun, so I don't know why I'm getting this. No, this is the third time on camera, fourth time if we include off camera, so I don't know why the roulette really wants me to do heavy bowgun, but it's kind of ridiculous. I will re-roll that. That's just too much. Got hammer this time. Hammer on Elatrion, jeez. The reason why I don't really want to do that is because it's much easier to solo hammer Elatrion than do it with a team, because Elatrion is basically designed to lower his head every time he repositions himself. And if you're going solo, he will always turn to face you, obviously. So you can always get a super pound readied up for when he turns to face you. And that is very consistent damage, good KOs, and overall pretty easy. But it becomes a little less easy when you're hunting with a team of 4, and there are 3 other possible targets for Elatrion as he turns around, so... Do I have a raw hammer in this game? I don't think I do. I suppose that's something I should work on getting. A foolhardy stone fist. I don't think I'll be using that. That's one of my joke weapons, actually. I mean, look at the thing. But I don't think I want it. As in, I don't think I want to use it. Oh my gosh. No, I'm stuck with element. So should I go dragon or ice? Let's go ice. Yeah, I really should have a raw hammer, shouldn't I? A good one that's not the foolhardy stone fist. I should... Elatrion and Alack. Is this the event? No, it's G4. But anyway, at least I think it's G4. Anyway, one thing that I'm concerned about for this hunt is the fact that my hammer set has really low frickin' defense. So I'm actually not going to get Exchanger. I'm going to get Defender high, Defense up L, Moxie would almost be appropriate for this set, because if I show you, even with that boost, I'm sitting on 726 defense, so not all that good, so I'll just have to not get hit, which is fine, but my DPS for this hunt is not going to be as good as it could be. And I'm also not too impressed with the fact that I'm using an elemental hammer right now. Sorry, I didn't see your setup, Vern. I was a bit focused on crapping on about my own stuff. Oh dear. Okay. And they've allowed you to flash bomb Elatrion again, but they've made it so that you have to be quite accurate with your flash bombing. Unlike Try and Portable Third, where you could just flash without difficulty. Really without difficulty. It's like flashing a Rathalos out of the air. That's an opportunity also, but oh, I managed to get it. Thought I wasn't going to have the range though. But yeah, most of my most of my hammering with Elatrion is from when I used to solo run Elatrion with the hammer back in Try when I was very bored and had nothing else better to do. That's also an opportunity, but I don't really want to take that one. It's a bit dangerous. I'll sheathe for now. Oh, he's gonna give me an... Oh no, he's not doing what I thought he would do. But yeah, it's kind of like old habits at this point that I'm making use of when I hammer him. No longer elementally effective, but you see what I mean when I say my DPS isn't that great. Yeah, I can get some hits off on the head every now and again, but there's a lot of waiting around for opportunities. Don't you fucking dare. Now, I don't know how the fuck I didn't get hit there. That's beyond my reckoning, but I can't get here in time. Oh no, I am. I'm able to get there in time, but I was just out of range. There we go. I'm elementally effective again. Feels good. Now, Ice Blight is no fun with a hammer, obviously. I can't get in position for that. I can get in position for this. Oh, still didn't get it. I can't make it. Turn and face me, Elatrion, come on. Oh yeah, that's very good. Just trying to get back down as soon as... Vernon, if you can, try to hold the mount for as long as you can, just so that Beta can get in position. Because it would be a real shame to miss out on all of our damage here. Don't fail the mount for it, but if you can hold it, just try. Yeah, that should be good. I think Beta can get in and get a few hits, hopefully. I do wonder if I could have gotten a KO. Ah, that head fucking pushed me away from it. Hey, gaming. The Duramboros hammer is actually what I used in Portable Third. Whether or not it would still be a good choice now, I'm not too sure, but... I'll definitely have a look. It's just something I never thought to bring, or never thought to make. A raw hammer. I mean, I'm sure I've got the materials to make basically whatever the fuck I would want to, but... Is that a KO? No, just a head flinch. Well, come on, give me the KO. I think it's about fucking time. What's the point of having KO King, you know? What's the point of having KO and then you kill me? You are a dick, aren't you? Yes, you are. Go munch on some fecal matter. Anyway, obviously, like, this is not appropriate defense for Elatrion. Never was, never will be. But that's what I'm stuck with. The way I get around that is by not using the hammer versus more difficult hunts, or versus monsters that deal heavy damage. But this is my hammer set, and I received hammer in the roulette, so that's what we're doing. I just have to live with my lacking defense, like getting one shot by fire attacks from Elatrion. I'm especially annoyed about this change in KO resistance that seems to have taken place from 3rd to 4th gen, or at the very least from 4 Ultimate to Generations Ultimate. I don't think I can make it. No. Well, I got the first one, but not the Super Pound. Now, did I start at purple? No. I do not have Shaman Slots 1. Now, whenever this happens, you need to identify the target of Elatrion, because Elatrion will always fly down to the person who is being targeted by that attack. Can I do this? This is going to be funny. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. That's very satisfying. Alright, let's see if I can get the turnaround if I'm lucky. No, see, she or he turned to face someone else. That's what I mean. And I'm too far away for that one. But yeah, lots of head opportunities with Elatrion. Makes for a very fun hunt. Can't get in position for that. Oh, that's very nice of you, Elatrion, but I was a bit too close. You can see how much damage I'm taking. It's actually ridiculous. It's just as well that I'm using an opportunity-based weapon type, which means that I sort of wait for a time to go in for the attack, instead of just trying to attack constantly. You could always use the hammer that way, but I'm really focused on the head right now, and quite frankly, I'm disgusted by the fact that I haven't gotten a KO yet. They've really made some changes. Oh, you would go there, wouldn't you? I'm too far to do a drop on your head. Do your Thunder Breath. He was going to do his Thunder Breath, and then he got fucking flinched. Is that my KO? Is it my KO? No! Well, what do you want? I mean, you're giving me the shits, Elatrion. Alright, should be able to get the turnaround this time. No, you wouldn't, would you? You fucking wouldn't, Elatrion. Bastard monster. Maybe his KO is getting... Maybe it's the mount. It's possible. I don't know if this is true. But it's starting to feel this way. It might be possible that a mount resets his KO builder. It's a bit weird, but it's starting to feel that way. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I think a mount is very useful for the hunt, for the team. But yeah, things have definitely changed. Oh, you get stuck in that animation. I'm also surprised that bloody horns aren't broken. Oh, now they're broken. Well, good. But yeah, that's just... Oh, I guess I just have to... That was good flash bombing. But even with that good flash bombing, Elatrion did not want to fall down. To the amount of stamina. This is the danger zone here. You don't really want to hunt the monsters in this spot. Losing a bit of lighting, which is annoying. Oh no, I mispositioned myself. That's called getting rusty. Oh, that's a nasty dragon claw. Can't go in for the head. Have to focus on healing. And I will have to eat a nullberry. Yeah, it's getting quite dark in my webcam, so I will have to go and fix that after the end of this hunt. Let's try and get the turnaround. No. I didn't actually want to do an upswing anyway. Now he doesn't do that consistently after that attack anymore. He might never have done. He always does it after the claw, it seems, but... Alright, maybe he'll do it after this. Please? I'm almost out of stamina, man. No. He's not doing it. Of course, I'm talking about where he puts his head down and roars. Because that's an opportunity for me. This is what I'm talking about. And I'm still not in position. Yeah. I mean, I know I don't play as well as I used to against this monster, but it is still annoying to see that I can't position as well anymore. Oh, that is the most annoying thing. I seem to always be in that position. Right where the ice breath begins. Not my choice, but in that situation there, I prioritized distancing myself from Elatrion over removing the ice blight, well, snow blight, whatever you'd want to call it. It's definitely not ice blight. Should be, oh, I was hoping for some fire there. Fire breathing. Well, that was something at least. I don't want to use Mega Dash Juice because the hunt's almost over, but it's starting to feel necessary. Let's get in position for the head. I won't have a proper attack, but... Oh, see? My positioning is so bad now. Fucking rusty. That's alright, Jack. Tosh asked to give me a raid. Well, that's very nice of him, and thank you for coming along. Hope you still get some enjoyment. Haven't seen Tosh in a little while, but I remember him. Come on, give me your head, thank you. Fire, 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 yes. This is what I want. And there goes Vernon. Could you imagine if we failed? Could you imagine what that's going to be like? I almost can't. I got my timing completely fucked there. That's the timing you want, but that still wasn't quite right. That's very annoying. Yeah, the best thing to do is to not compare yourself to how you used to play, because then you just get fucking annoyed. I might actually do a golf swing on the legs here. The tail also works. Yeah, I think what's happening, Burn Blue Balm, is the KO build-up is being reset by mounts. I think that's what's happening. I've never heard anything about that happening, but I've never heard that that doesn't happen, and it feels like that's what's happening here. So, yeah, it is what it is. It's definitely different to what I'm used to. Here we go. It's better than nothing. Is this the event? It's not, is it? Does it tell you that it's the event? It says quest level G4. But if this is the event, we're going to be here for a while. No, don't you dare hit me then. I can't afford to take any hits here. I'm sitting on what? Oh, that's right, I meant to go through my options and try to fix that hunting horn thing. Or change that hunting horn thing. It's not necessarily something that's broken that needs to be fixed. But, yeah, my defense is at 711. Which is not okay. It's not even remotely okay. You doing it again? No. I have to be extra careful. Because at 711 defense, there are a few attacks that I can take from Elatrion that are a one-shot. It is the event? Yeah, I had a fucking feeling. Well, that's just lovely, isn't it? I've been dealt a cruel hand today. 19,000 HP, beautiful. And I have shit DPS, so... It's good to have the mounts anyway. Sadly, I do not have Spinning Meteor. Again. Oh, that's a failed mount. Still not too bad, guys. We almost did a sub 15 of that. Oh. It's never too late to gun, rejuvenate it. It's a good way to enjoy the game. Oh. At least we didn't fail that. Because that would have been a sad day. And a sad waste of time. Didn't have the stamina. Got a Dragon's Fire from that. Damn snake face. I never use Impact Press. I don't know if it's really all that good for getting more KOs. Haven't really weighed in on that. I use it every now and again, but for the most part I just ignore it. No Sky Swayers though. I think I got 3 Sky Piercers that hunt, but no Sky Swayers. Not that I really need them, I don't think, but yeah. I feel like I at least deserved a Sky Swayer for breaking both horns of the fucking event, Elatrion. See what we got from you. VE Cosmic Ticket. I'm being showered with Cosmic Tickets. I must have like 10 now. Something like that. Let's have a look. VE Cosmic Tickets. Where are you? Where are my VE tickets? Veggie Elder. There you go. 11 Cosmic Tickets. Don't really have to worry about rare items. I mean, I've got a lot of mantles slash G-rank rares for basically every monster, but then on top of that I've got 11 Cosmic Tickets. Oh, looks like we've just had the room destroyed. Alright, I will catch you later, Vernon. Thanks for hunting. What do I do if I run out of slicing? Depends what kind of gun you have, and depends what kind of set you have. If you're running a Pierce set, I remember you were asking in my server before what good skills for Pierce is. Of course, Pierce Up would be your ideal, first and foremost. Slicing is not related to any skill that you would have. It's good to shoot, especially at level 2. It became internal ammo only, as of Generations, because obviously Capcom wasn't impressed to see people misuse the fact that slicing was given emotion value in Monster Hunter 4. But, I mean, they should have fucking expected that. But anyway. In terms of what you would use when running out of slicing, if you're using a Pierce gun, Pierce ammunition would be what you want to use. Hyper Astalos. Let's see what we're going to get. I actually kind of wanted bow there. Bow would have been fun, but greatsword is my favourite weapon type, I think. See, I've never been able to really decide if greatsword is something that I like more than, say, light bowgun or heavy bowgun, but I love some greatsword. Get my Kushala Daora greatsword out. It's the first time in a while I've gone greatsword against this monster. Where the hell is it? I think it's this rarity, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I can't begin to explain how confusing it is in this game when you've got so many different rarities for your best weapons. In the past, I would always check rarity 8 through 10 weapons that I had, and that was all of my good weapons for that weapon type. But no, not in this game. This is rarity 3. Nice idea, but I don't actually like it. Because it makes it harder for me. Looking for exchanger. Please. Okay. I'll increase my defense then, because it's worth noting. Ooh, I have to be really sensible about this. I need Thunder Res medium. That's what I need. Because my Thunder Res is just abysmal with this set. It's like negative 23 or something like that. Now, going up against a Hyper Astalos with negative 23 Thunder Resistance, terrible fucking idea. Unless you boost your Thunder Resistance, which is what I'm going to be doing. I'm glad I thought to do that. So now I have negative 14 after doing that. So negative 14 is still pretty damn bad, but at least it's better than what it probably would have been, which was negative 24, I suppose. Do I have a plan to do arena quests with viewers? That would be interesting. I'm not sure why this would make you cry. Kulosushio? I don't know. Following typical Twitch tradition, it's not a name that I can read at a glance, so it's basically it must be written somewhere in the Twitch account creation thing. It says, please try to make a name that cannot be read at a glance by streamers. Thank you. From the Twitch team. I'm gonna boost the brightness of my room again. Actually, maybe it's alright. Well, maybe it's alright. That's the thing, Beta. I don't really like having to rotate viewers through. That's probably why I wouldn't do it. I prefer this. Oh. Are you coming back, Juvenator, or are you out? Oh, you were part of the Spanish raid. That's cool. No, that's cool. If it's a Spanish name, then you get a pass for not having it be easy to pronounce. Yeah, I suppose people are not connecting to you quite so well, Beta, for one reason or another. It means dirty ass in Spanish. Great. Yeah, I don't know much Spanish. I know things like we puta and crap like that. But, culo is ass. Good to know. Wait, did we depart without Juvenator? Did that happen? It did. Beta's like, I'm not waiting. We're going now. Fuck Juvenate. That's literally what just happened. I shouldn't have readied up. Oh well. Looks like you've been left behind, Juvenator. Sorry. So I believe we're starting in Area 4. Well, he likely had a disconnect and he's trying to get reconnected. Better shield that one. Even though I have better thunder resistance compared to what I could have had, I still don't really want to be getting hit unnecessarily. Like anything that... Well, actually, look at that. That's not too bad. That's a hyper thunder attack and that didn't deal too much damage. Might be able to get a turnaround on this head. Oh, I'd say land compensation would have dealt the damage there. I'd say that would have dealt the damage. Which always probably sounds very optimistic, doesn't it? But it is true. Land compensation's a thing. It just ends up sounding a little bit... I don't know. A bit too theoretical. But it happens all the time that you'll break things without actually physically hitting it on your screen, for example, so... It's definitely a big part of the online experience. The idea that if you don't physically make contact with a monster, that doesn't necessarily mean the attack didn't deal the damage to the monster. Which I guess is part of why online play is generally easier than offline play. Because in offline, obviously, if you've missed the monster physically, you know you haven't dealt the damage. Whereas my mind is at ease, even knowing that I've physically missed the monster, because I know that there's a good chance that I still dealt the damage, if I'm playing online. I know what you're doing, but I unfortunately couldn't get away from that. I think that managed to make contact with the face. Let's get away from that. Yeah, that was a tail attack, but it came a little... It was a more delayed attack than I was expecting. I'm definitely getting position for the head. Still not broken. Beautiful. Full combo on the head. Maybe I'll Brimstone Slash and pray that I'm hit by something. I was hit by something, alright. I mean, you saw that. I had no choice but to die. I was stuck in that fucking attack, and Astalos did a double swing at me, which was good for charging up Brimstone Slash in the first instance, but that second hit obviously was going to kill me. I have a feeling that I might have dealt the damage with Brimstone Slash there as well, because I think I just got the sword down before I took the second hit. So... yeah, I shouldn't have done Brimstone Slash there. That was a bit silly. I may as well climb this because it's much faster in this game versus the older games, that's for sure. It's quite refreshing to be able to get up here so quickly. It might still end up being slower than going the other way, I don't know. Up you go. Well, no more silly behavior like that. It seems like this was another case of Juvenator disappearing randomly. It probably wasn't a disconnect, he probably just disappeared and then didn't say goodbye. He does that sometimes. Don't know why. One is saying shred and tear. Shred and tear. Yes, thanks for the description, you know. I feel like my hunting experience has been enhanced. I might actually carve that Vespoid. Sounds like a ridiculous thing to do, right? But who wants to actually get Vespoid stuff on their own? That's no fun. So if I see a Vespoid ready to be carved, or able to be carved, I'll go and carve the thing. I can't be the only person who does that. I'm sure plenty of other people do that. Gonna do a draw attack on the face there. Actually could have gotten away with a bit of a charge attack. Ow. Yeah, you can see that I'm still taking pretty heavy damage from these thunder attacks. Oh, it's very rare that I'll see a Hornator that's just lying there waiting to be carved. I almost prefer that, to be honest. Okay. Get in position for the... I could actually go for the tail. Let's go for the tail. I'm sure the tail tip's very good. Except it's almost not. Oh, shit. That's where we hope for lag compensation. Oh my goodness. I didn't know that I was going to be off target because that tail was fucking moving around a lot. He's about to limp out. Isn't this where he limps to? Okay, he's not limping out, he's just leaving. Yeah, any weapon that requires lots of bug parts is not fun at all. Whoops, I'm going the wrong... no, I'm going the right way. This ends up being faster. Just a touch. Well, maybe it's a little faster in this game. I think you can recover from falls a little faster. Got a Moonbreaker to use here. Oh goodness, I'm just going to shield him. Not a bad flash then. In terms of positioning at least. Oh, losing lots of light again outside. And that is a tail cut. 10 Hornator inner wings, that's gross. That is gross. It's always good when you are charging your greatsword and the monster eventually leaves your range, but you just managed to clip the end of the tail. It's not what you were aiming for, but at least you got some damage off, or at least damage that you could visually confirm was dealt to the monster. Very good. It was a great idea to implement a follow-up to the smash charge. And that was introduced in Monster Hunter 4. In fact, Greatsword really got a good... It got good treatment in 4th gen. I'm very happy with it. Oh shit, I got fucking flinched when I was trying to use Moonbreaker. Oh well. But yeah, Greatsword in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate was something I very much enjoyed. I loved how it changed, or how it evolved. But I still enjoy using Greatsword in the games prior to 4th gen. Now in that case it probably will be faster to climb than go this way. But it'll be interesting to see. I've already climbed once, so I'm satisfied. Or in other words, I think I've done enough climbing for today. It seems like it's about the same. Which is crazy, because it used to be drastically different. Are you really just capturing? Why do you do this? Why don't you just go and capture the thing? Whatever. Some people are weird. Love the wing though. I always comment on it. Well, not always, but I have commented on it many times in the past. Goody. I just take it all. What would be fun to hunt? I don't know. You're welcome to join. Burn. Still never know what to call you. Burn, Blue, Balm. Don't know if I should call you Blue, Burn, or Balm. Anyway, yes, you're welcome to join, but I'm not going to be live for much longer. I'm probably only going to do 1 or 2 more hunts. I don't really have a preference. I'd prefer it if someone else posted, rather than myself. Is this you? It's probably not. It's probably not. Oh, Barnacles, that's right. Grimclaw G5, shit. You leave it to someone else to post, and then this is what you fucking get. Grimclaw G5, eat a dick. I hate this quest. It's in the fucking polar field. I think it's... Oh, well, he just got kicked. That's what you get for posting Grimclaw G5, my friend. Very funny. Bye-bye, bozo. Well, he probably thought it was a turn zoom. He was like, it's my turn now. You do my quest. To which we would answer, no, actually. No quest for you. Alright, I suppose I can pose something. At this point, may as well. Wouldn't mind some multi-monster hunt. Some kind of multi-monster hunt. It doesn't have to be freaking hyper, but maybe I'll find an event quest or something. Here we go, like some... I have a lot of event quests that I haven't done. This fucking quest. Forget Valstrax, big sis is scarier. I hate that one. We could do, Event Shaguru. Maybe Event Shaguru would be fun. Because I apparently haven't done that. And I've been complaining about how weak Event Shaguru is. Excuse me, I've been complaining about how weak regular Shaguru is, so maybe Event would be good. But oftentimes it seems like it's more of an increase in damage dealt by the monster than an increase in health, and it's the health that's bothering me at the moment. Oh, that's right, I'm supposed to select a weapon. Let's do that. Goody. Insect glaive. So, wherever that set is, insect glaive, and then we'll go dragon, which is the white Fatalis insect glaive. Fatalis is it Overlord or Overload? Overlord. It would be funny if it were Fatalis Overload. You've just got so much damage with this Fatalis weapon. Alright. So, a terrible light. Apparently the first time I'm doing the event in this particular game. Maybe Big Sis is the Rise Valstrax. Yeah, maybe. Big Sis. Looking for Exchanger. But I don't think I'll be successful in getting it. I've just got a feeling. Just got a feeling. Well, you won't be getting it with that attitude, some would say. Which I suppose is fair. Do I really want to get Unlucky Cat for this? I think so. Let's just get it. Let's just get it. Yeah, Unlucky Cat. That's what I like. Alright, let's remove ourselves of this stupid drunk effect. Okay. Or rid ourselves of. Why am I using... Oh my god, thunder. I meant to use dragon. Changing weapons. Well, actually I don't really need to say that. You would assume. You would assume. No one ever pulls me up when I equip the wrong fucking element. I'm glad I pulled myself up. Alright. So my dragon one must be regular Fatalis. There you go. Oh goodness. I'm just used to the old white Fatalis weapons, which were pretty much all dragon. Alright. It was a strange idea, really, to have white Fatalis weapons be dragon weapons at all. It makes more sense for them to be thunder weapons, for the reason that white Fatalis deals thunder damage, and you've already got two monsters that are Fatalis monsters that are going to give you dragon weapons. Do we really need three options for a dragon weapon? Regular, crimson, and white? The answer is no. But that's the way they did it. I'll be enjoying the effects of Unlucky Cat once I get in. I'm quite eager to become unlucky. I don't really know where the explanation behind Unlucky Cat comes from, or even if there is one. Like, how do they fit that into the lore? You eat something and then you randomly become very hungry? Like, I don't know. It's a bit odd. But I suppose it's one of those things you don't really want to think about in those terms. It's just a game mechanic, Doomlink. Not everything has to be lore friendly. I don't think I've gone Insect Glaive against this monster since 4. Or 4 Ultimate specifically. Why are the... Okay, no. I thought the back legs might be. Green as well. Okay, so this should be... Yep, got orange, and then red's easy to get. You can see I effectively hip fire my kids. Oh no, god, stop, shit. I was looking up and didn't see something was spawning on me. Oh, come on, that should have been on the head. There we go. Alright, and I'll do my mount. And now I'm not going to do any more aerial. Alright, try and get in position for the head. That's going to be very heavy damage. Beautiful. No comment. Oh! Yeah, that's some damage, alright. But again, what I really want is not necessarily more damage dealt by the monster. What I want is more health. That's what seems to be so severely lacking, but I still think this guy's going to die fairly quickly. Alright, I just need to get Extract Hunter charged up here. That's my priority. I know I've got that stupid thing spawning on me. I will be able to get Extract Hunter up before I run out of my Kinsect use. I was not expecting that to fucking detonate so quickly. And it seems I'm not able to get my Extract Hunter up in this time. Frustratingly. Food poisoning. I suppose you could say that. Yeah, okay, I'll get myself charged up again. I got the difficult one anyway. There we go. That was a bit faster than last time. Mainly because I got red purely out of, or purely by chance. I've got Extract Hunter now, but I'll wait until I'm running out of my regular colours. My real Golden Man, the one that I had to work for, as opposed to the one that I just get automatically. Definitely more fun in the event form. In fact, I don't think I'll be... Oh my god, I nearly got flinched in place there and forced to take a hit on that detonating point, but fortunately just got out of the way before it exploded. Wouldn't mind getting that tail, actually. Alright, time to sharpen up, I think. I don't have too much in the way of purple sharpness with this weapon. Yeah, just a little bit. But again, the white's perfectly fine. I thought you'd stop short of me there, Shagaru, but you did not. Not at all. Getting Extract Hunter on the go. Oh, I stole the next mount. Just because I happen to have a ledge there to attack him with. That's pretty funny. Oh, that's bad. I was hoping that wouldn't happen. Head inside the rock. I can still hit it, but not 100% consistently. But that's hard to do with the Insect Glaive anyway. It's a very wide, flurrying weapon. So not really designed for surgical precision, but still. That's one of the reasons why people like Switch Axe. It's because it's an accurate weapon type. I suppose that would be the only benefit to Switch Axe over Longsword. It's the fact that you can probably be a little more accurate when attacking with it. I might as well sharpen up here. No, I'm a bit too late getting my whetstones. I won't do that. Again, stuck on that detonating point. Oh. That attack is all the more dangerous in an event quest. I do have a shiny on the ground there, but I think I'm going to prioritise attacking the monster. I think we did get a tail cut. I either wasn't paying attention or I missed it entirely. Where did the tail get cut? Yeah, see what I mean? I mean, it's still a pretty fast hum. Now, I will grant you, we've probably got a high damage output as a team right here, but... I don't know. It definitely means that I'm not going to be doing regular Shargoto anymore, because that's just too easy. It doesn't feel like an epic hunt anymore, it's just this thing that dies immediately. Even if you don't have a super optimized team. Whereas in the case of the event, you probably do at least need a super optimized team to... Or at least optimized, maybe super is a bit of a strong term. But maybe you at least need an optimized team to get him killed in this time. We did have a Pierce Gunner there, I think. Hello, Jim. Have I 200%ed Twilight Princess? Yes. As in... Well, I don't even know how that works. I say 100%, which is to refer specifically to the fact that everything has been done. I have done, on camera, all of Twilight Princess. Not recently, not with my livestream playthroughs that I did recently, but my original Let's Play was 100%. Opening all chests? Well, I'd be happy to do things like that. I mean, within reason, I've done 100%. Like, completed fishing journal, all bugs, all heart containers, all items, all upgrades like wallets and all that. You know, all that sort of stuff. The stuff that can be measured. Something like opening all chests is like, well, there's no real stat that I can look at to see, oh, I have opened all chests in the game, so therefore, it doesn't really mean much to me. I wouldn't be against doing that, but I don't think I would bother, and I wouldn't consider... I wouldn't think, my save is not complete until I've opened all chests in Twilight Princess. I would never think in those terms. So. It just, you know, if it was something that could be measured, sure, but... Yeah, I don't mind doing Crimson Fatalis. That'll be my last hunt. Let's see what I get for Crimson Fatalis. I'm kind of scared, actually. What have I got? Switch Axe. You know what? Not a bad choice for the reason that I do need something that can resist his hardened mode, and Switch Axe can do that. So I'm happy with my selection. Well, about as happy as I can be. Obviously not a fan of Switch Axe, but yeah, I'll take it. Okay, so that's why they call it 200%, it's because it's beyond what would normally be considered a full run. Makes sense. Well, my answer therefore would be no, I have not 200%ed Twilight Princess, nor any Zelda game, really, because I've never gone so far to do all that. You know, even then, like, how are you supposed to demonstrate? Who are you going to demonstrate to that you've opened all chests in Twilight Princess? I mean, that's dumb to me. In my opinion, that's dumb, because you can't even show that to someone. At least not without getting them to watch, like, a 15-minute long video of you opening every chest in the fucking game. It just, to me, is awkward and cumbersome. But if it's for your personal achievement, then sure, but I like to be able to at least demonstrate that something's been done, if you understand. If I'm going to take time to do it. Okay, so just regular Crimson. We're not doing the event. You'd have to drag me kicking and screaming into the event quest for this monster. Yeah, I mean, I would not do the event. Just because it takes too long and it's... Yeah, last one indeed. Depends on the chests, Jim. Some chests respawn and others don't. That's my understanding of it. I certainly wouldn't be trying to do what you describe as a 200% run in Breath of the Wild. That would obviously... I mean, a 100% run would involve finding all Koroks, and that alone... Like, that is... It is actually beneath my dignity to force myself to do something like that. Like, I would not do that. That's not fun, there's nothing. That is a nothing experience to me. Trying to find all Korok seeds in Breath of the Wild. Like, I don't mean to sound disrespectful to some people, but if your Breath of the Wild experience involves getting all Korok seeds, I think it's time to play a different game. Seriously, like, that's not... Anyway. Maybe play an actual Zelda game or something. That could be even better. Learn how to speedrun some of the older Zelda games if you're going to put that much time into something. In fact, that's a good point. You'd be better off, if you're going to play one game for that long, you'd be better off learning how to speedrun it, honestly. Someone forgot to eat? Yeah, this Chinese guy. I can't refer to this person. How am I supposed to refer to this? I don't know what the fuck this is. Some character. Go, eat. Eat, 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 do it. Ha 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 ha, you worked it out. Just as well, huh? Yeah, P3 got it. Sorry. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, that makes sense. P3 would have been a good way to refer to that person. I lost my head for a moment there. There's about 250 chests in... Square guy. Yeah, about 250 chests in Twilight Princess. I'd say it would be... I don't think it would be that difficult to do. But it's not easily measured, unfortunately. I think we're going to get... Oh, what's going on with you? You've got the Silverwind light bowgun, and he doesn't shoot us with demon. What's going on with that? This guy's not a team player. My goodness. Alrighty, so... Crimson Fatalis. Last time I fought you was in Freedom Unite, actually. I was helping out someone who needed Crimson stuff. And before that, I was hunting him in Freedom 1. And I took a funny screenshot of him falling over backwards. It's like he was yelling, he's like, no! It was a funny screenshot. Maybe it doesn't tickle everyone's sense of humour, but it bloody well tickled mine. Alright, is this where you don't want to stand in front of him? Does he do that in this game? I don't think he does. I think that's a full ultimate thing with the super flamey Crimson Fatalis. The super flamey Crimson Fatalis has this attack where he creates this this hot aura directly in front of him, and if you stand in there, you will lose health so quickly from the heat that you need to get the fuck out of there very quickly. I think that would be enjoyable, Jim. Sort of like a 3-heart run, and maybe... I think you still get the... You can still equip the original Ordon sword, even if you get the Master Sword, so you can probably do that. So intentionally decrease your damage and health and things like that. I'd say that would be an option. I've never equipped the Ordon sword, despite having the Master Sword, but I think I can recall you were able to do it in other games, so I'm sure you can in Twilight Princess. And it's getting dark again. At least my chroma key's still in effect. Don't really want to aim for that head. It's a bit dangerous. Now this is a quest where I can actually get away with doing Trans/. What I'll do is... Oh, I was wanting to reload that. Well... The tail swing here. Which was interrupted. Got a little bit glitched inside his body there. Not really inside the body, but... You know what I mean. I suppose I'll trance slash the face. This'll be good. Might heal up, actually. Which can be done nice and quickly with yellow SP. Can I get the full combo out? Yes, I can. Oh, well, I was going to. Oh, dear. Now, I don't know if... I think that Dragon Blast you just did, Barnacles, does not... I think that's set damage. I don't think that's going to change depending on whether you hit the head or not. So, if I'm right about that, that's probably a bit of a not good thing to do. I mean, the only reason why you do it, I would say, would be to break the horns, but which is good, but yeah, that kind of broke my heart to see that my trance slash was interrupted there. Only for something that deals set damage. I believe that's true. I understand the temptation. Oh, I do have Demon Right. Let me fully charge up my axe gauge, or sword gauge, whatever you'd call it. My gauge for swordman. Once that's fully charged up, I will Demon Right the hell out of that. Uh-oh. Controller disconnected.
No.
Oh, don't know if you saw that, but I narrowly avoided a fire attack. Wow. I mean, that would have been my death, probably. Yeah, very occasionally I use a PS4 controller on the Switch. Very occasionally it will disconnect, and I have to actually plug it in again to reconnect it. That was quite dangerous. Alright. Let's get in close. Got Trance Slash. I don't know if Demon Right helps out with Trance Slash, but I'm just going to focus on swinging normally. I might have to get out of here. Yeah, that's fucking dangerous. You can see that provided you have a fully charged gauge, Demon Right does last for a while, so it's quite a good thing. Although I would like to have higher sharpness for this stage. I won't sharpen up, I don't think. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. Oh, never mind. Managed to flinch him out of that. I'm gonna sharpen real quick. Just doesn't feel right to be doing this with blue sharpness. Can I clear this? Yes, I can. No, I really almost didn't clear that. Kind of came as a surprise. Alright, I'm now out of Demon Right. I will reload that. Might even be able to get a double reload. No. No double reload. It's funny to see him do this. This is very first, second gen right here. Just flying in the air, shooting his fireballs. Let's Trance Slash. Oh, would have liked to go for the face. This is a knockdown. Yeah, I wasn't able to get my elemental burst off. Didn't have the charge for it. No real surprise there. I was lacking. So I think we've got one of two breaks on the head. Don't think it's a double break. It could be. But I think both horns are affected if it's the double break. Very good. If the head doesn't have its full break, it'll have it after this. Without a doubt. Of course, that tail's rather dangerous. The way the tail works is that it slowly whittles down your health over time, because you keep on getting hit by it. And then it's easier to take a one-shot because your health has indeed been whittled down. Mounts really are key when it comes to Fatalis. Got Demon Riot again. I will use it again and charge myself up properly. No. Nicely done, guys. That looked like he's got an exploding stomach. The worst place to start is in the chest, Barnacles, because then you have to go left and then right. But, sorry about the loud noises, that's the pipes. A bit loud around here. Yeah, you either want to start from the head, or from the back legs. It's better timing wise. Probably could have done Trance Slash there. Would have lasted a little longer. You know, animating instead of thrusting my hands in the air. Yeah, that was a good hunt. I enjoyed that. And got some more crimson stuff as well, in case I ever need it. There's Shooting Star. I think that was my main heavy bow gun of Generations. I used it as a normal gun. But yeah, that was indeed my last hunt. I do thank you all for joining. I will see you when I'm recording Monster Hunter next. Fortunately, 3 Ultimate servers did not go down, which is referring to a conversation that I had at the start of the live stream, but yeah, that was a bit of a scare, but I will be probably playing 3 Ultimate next, and I hope to see you all soon, and thank you for the follow, Ratty Witch, and I will see you all later. Bye bye.